Scrapbooking with Brittany Nicole. Today I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to do a stash to sketch inspired layout. However, I'm going to try and do it in live time. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be pretty quick to pull together. Instead of doing 3 by 3 3/4 and 5 3/4 photos, I'm doing 3 4 by 6 photos. And this is a page maps sketch. So I have these photos. They're not great. They're kind of old. They're kind of grainy, but I want to use them. I like what they capture. So these are my 3 4 by 6 photos. I'm going to set them to the side. Here I have some really older pattern paper from my stash. And so this was actually, this was like this. And I needed an entire strip to go across, and I liked because I think the colors coordinate well. So I just cut this in half, and I'm gonna go whoop, like that. So the first thing I want to do is I actually want to adhere my photos onto here, and I'm actually going to do it in the way that this room used to be set up. So this is like, if you were viewing the room, it'd be this person, this person, this person. So that's what I'm going to do. These photos are pretty old. They are of my siblings, and yeah, all 4 of my siblings, right? 1, 2, yeah, 2 brothers, 2 sisters. These are photos of my siblings at my house before I moved out. I was packing it up and getting ready to sell it. It might have at this point even been sold, I don't remember. And in the background, you can actually see this amazing scrapbooking desk. It's like the size of an island in your kitchen that my grandpa custom made for me. He is extremely like handy. He's the coolest. I just love my gramps. So yeah, I actually couldn't use it in the next place I lived because we couldn't get it in. This house had big double doors and the other house didn't. So we actually couldn't physically get it in to the other place. So anyway, as you can see, this is the, I guess, B side of this pattern paper. And I'm not too fussy about this. The sketch is an inspiration point for me. It's a good starting point, but I don't have to be exact. So I'm gonna put this strip down here. And then I wanna make sure that we can kind of see this, we can kind of see this blue color because I want to use this, and they have the same blue hues in them. So I'm going to make this right about there. I think that's straight enough. And then I'm in love with my scallop punch. I don't know why it took me so long to buy one, but it did. Finally did it. So thankful I finally bit the bullet on that one. Yeah, so this needs to go in more. So I never press things down because sometimes I want to move them. So I am gonna move this up a little bit, even though that's not how the sketch has it. And that's because I really wanna have the blue from this pattern paper visible. And then I also wanna be able to appreciate my border scallop pattern paper. So I also like it because it's a ledger. I just think it's cool. I love using these as journaling papers. Oh man, as journaling papers as well. Okay, so then the only other thing I need to do is put this paper up top. So we're gonna go zoop, and zoop. And basically to me, this would pretty much be a base page done. All the pattern paper is on the layout with the photos. Now I already know I want to use this as my title because when it's a stash to sketch inspired layout, really whatever I put with the page kit, I really try to utilize. So I'm going to do my best to get this all on the layout. Now, when I look at this, these are the biggest pieces besides the title. And so I think about how I want to incorporate them. To me, I kind of want to treat this like the tag and put it here. This also covers the seam, which is just like a little bonus. And then I kind of think it'd be nice to do that. So I'm going to cut this in half. And this is how I'm successful using up my stash. I don't overthink it. I cut things up to work for me. And I have it out. I try to get it out and onto the layout. So done. I don't allow myself too much time to think. When I'm using things that are kind of newer, like they're not part of my quote unquote stash, like maybe it came in a kit club, or I went to my local scrapbooking store and purchased it recently. Those I try and use, those I kind of approach a smidge differently. Now I just want to mention that there's some greenish, I don't know what color this is really, but these colors kind of play off each other. So I also want to get this up there. And so I am, like I said, not overthinking it, putting it down there. And I actually want this one. No, I want this to come from here. Okay, buttons have nothing to do with this layout, except if you want to talk about being creative. You can see my creative setup, and my grandpa is like the handyman. And when I have like visions of things that involves like drills and wood, he's the person who brings it all together. Now I see in this layout that I also have a little cluster down here. So I'm going to use the remaining bit of this down here. Let's see if I can, there we go. And now I'd like to get this in here somehow because it plays off this gold foil. So I'm not going to adhere it yet because I'm not quite sure how I want it to look. I definitely know I want this to go there. Yeah. And if you see this goes darker to lighter, this goes darker to lighter. That's just a little extra bonus. And then I want to have a bit of a base for this. So I'm kind of contemplating something like that maybe. And because there's florals down here and there's no florals up here, I want to add a floral. I definitely want to get this image of a house on there because this is memorable to me because it has to do with, you know, leaving my my home and, you know, moving on to the next chapter. So I'm slightly sentimental. I definitely like the way things look up here. So that I'm gonna run with. And then I am 50-50 on vellum. I love the look of vellum. What I don't like is that you can sometimes see the adhesive through the vellum. That part kind of bothers me. So if I'm putting a lot of layers on top of the vellum, I'm more open to using it because I feel like you won't be able to see what's behind it, but that's not always the case. I think I'm gonna use this down here. Yeah, I'm gonna use the green up there. So one reason I'm using this little green label here is because I already have green here, green here, green here. So I'm trying to spread it out, and then I think I might use this. And this might drive me nuts because I think I'm gonna be able to see it, but if I put it right in the circle, it might work. Yeah. So to notice here, I'm trying to have this overlap as many layers as possible. So it's overlapping the doily, the blue paint strip, this green button card holder thing, and then this gold vellum here as well. And it's overlapping this pattern paper. The reason I like that is I feel like it makes it more cohesive and there's not as many gaps. We can see right here, there's a little gap. I'll probably put an enamel dot or something there to cover that gap. That's my initial thinking. So now I kind of have all this to work on down here. And then I also want to see if this is going to work the way I want it to. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna put that this way. So I love using dimensional foam adhesive a lot. I feel like it adds a lot of interest and depth to my layouts. I have been using some Life Crafted albums to work on some other projects, and the struggle is real for me not to incorporate as much like foam adhesive. It's hard. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm deciding that I want to only make this go halfway. I definitely know I want to get this on the page, and so I'm just going to stick it down. The adhesive is so old. and covered with stuff that it's definitely not going to work on its own. I want to make sure you can still see this vellum, so it's kind of like, this is like the base of the cluster. And then I'm thinking I want to put that, a little bow tie. Let's think about this. My biggest issue is this. I'm not really sure like how one uses these. You know what? There we go. And we're gonna use the bow tie. That's what we're gonna do to cover that little metal rim thing, because it's gonna drive me nuts. All right, and then we'll stick a door down there. And I'm thinking I want to add something down here to kind of be a subtitle. I'm not like 1000% sure, but that's my initial thought process. I'm trying to think what would be good. I love you. So, you know, let me first put this down. Let me grab I have a little Maggie Holmes packet. It's because I was waiting for some 4x6 cards to come, or 4x6 iris bins, or yeah, 4x6 iris container bin things to come in. And so I'm just gonna see if I have any like little word phrases. So we have I love you. I could maybe put thankful, but it's kind of big. Guys, look at how much Maggie Holmes stash I have. I got to kill it for sure, because there's a lot in here. All right, here we have love this life, you know, there we go. And we're done. Love this life. Kind of plays off these colors, sort of plays off these colors. Don't overthink it. So basically my layout is done. I am going to do a little bit of journaling, and my thinking for my journaling is either to just keep it really short, because I know I have more photos of this day, and just put who's in the photos, the date, and the location, or to maybe do a little bit more journaling right here. That's kind of my thought. You can see on the sketch, they don't really give you a spot for the journaling. That always kind of drives me crazy, just because I like knowing where my journaling is going to go before I start my layout, but you know, you can't have it all. So if you hear that little noise, I'll just do it under the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. I really want to use some enamel dots, and I'm trying to decide if I want to use these like pink shiny glittery ones, or if I want to try and do some color matching. I'm thinking if I do color matching to pick up on that color. So I'm just going through and seeing what I have. Oh, if I do want to use those, there's the other size. This definitely goes really well, but it's only one size, and I really prefer having like multiple sizes of enamel dots when I'm adding them onto layouts. Like, I'll work with it because, you know, I like the layout. I want to get it done and enjoy it in my album. So yeah, there we go. Decision done. Put these ones away. They're going to be one color or one size, and yeah, I think because of that, I kind of want to do the 3 situation. There we go. And voila. The one thing I need to do is glue this, because I definitely know it's not going to stick. It's very, very old thickers, and in general, if you've watched a lot of my videos, you know I have a love-hate relationship with thickers. I have a gazillion thickers, and when I was in Florida, I actually brought some more back home to Canada, and as you can see, I have this stash, which is a mix of like puffy alphabet stickers, thickers, and like, I don't know, flat stickers that I need to organize in my alphabet sticker binder. I have like a never-ending supply, and it's hard for me to get rid of them. Here's what I will say. I never purchase thickers anymore on my own. Now, if I'm subscribing to a kit and they are providing thickers in the kit, then that's, I'm getting thickers, or even alphabets. Like, I never buy alphabet stickers or anything like that ever anymore, at least that I can think of, unless if it's like part of a sticker book that has other things in it, or if it comes in a kit, because I have so many. I don't think I'll ever need them again in my life. And the other thing is, I don't really use them for my titles that much. I prefer to use pre-made titles, or like these kinds of titles where I just have to peel it off and it's already done for me. Or like this. Or I keep a little bin of titles, like phrases and stuff that I can use as titles on my layouts, because I prefer that. It's less work. Anyway, guys, this is my layout, and I've decided I'm just going to do a little journaling here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I would love to know what your relationship with thickers are like. Do you like thickers? Do you like alphabet thickers or word thickers? Love to know. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.